Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Jacqueline Smith, Division Chair of Nursing at Bishop State Community College, here to make a presentation regarding our nursing program. We call this our nursing program information session. We're so happy that you have shown an interest in applying to the nursing program at Bishop State, and we hope that by making this presentation, we will be able to answer your questions regarding the admissions process, courses that are needed, also information about the cost to attend the program and the duration of the program. Our mission requirements consist of you, first of all, applying to the college. The application to the college can be found online at www.bishop.edu under the Admissions tab. This application goes directly to the admissions office. You can also email the admission department at admiss@bishop.edu. In addition to submitting an application to the college, you must also submit an application to the nursing program. The application to the nursing program can be found online at www.bishop.edu. If you go online and look under the health-related profession, you will then find the nursing web page where we have a current updated application available for you to download, complete the application. Then you may also submit the application online at the nursing.bishop website, nursing@bishop.edu. You can also submit your application to the nursing division via U.S. mail. We admit to our program twice a year, in the fall and in the spring. Our deadline for admission typically is June the 1st and October the 1st. If we have to amend these dates, we will put the information and make it available to you on the college website. We admit to our career mobility track 1 fall semester only. This year we have offered or will offer a program in the evening for those individuals who need to work full-time during the day. The classes will start at 5:30 and they will run through 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. We will have varying times also for the clinical portion of the courses that are required. So you may be able to complete your evening program online while at Bishop State. We're not for sure how long we're going to offer it, but for right now, some of the courses are online due to the conditions in which the whole world is facing right now. We also have a career mobility track 2 that we offer in the fall and the spring. The career mobility track 2 is primarily for those individuals who have completed the concept-based nursing curriculum. There are students who completed it at Bishop State, but if you have completed the concept-based nurse curriculum at any of the 2-year colleges in the state of Alabama, then you are eligible to submit your application for admission into the nursing program at Bishop State. The requirement is that you are able to complete 25% of the program at the college that's going to award your degree. We do require the ACT score or examination with the score 18 or better in the composite. There is no expiration date to your ACT exam. A lot of students have taken it even before they graduate from high school. So if you think you've taken that exam while in high school, all you need to do is simply have your high school transcript sent to Bishop State. In addition, you can also look on the ACT website where you may be able to pull up your score. We require GPA to be calculated, that's your grade point average, in 2 fashions. The first method is by calculating your GPA with the 8 required general education courses. If you have not completed all 8 of these courses, then your GPA will be calculated on the courses that you have completed. The other way that we calculate GPA is on your GPA from your current institution, the institution that you started at, or the institution in which you're transferring. That cumulative GPA must be a 2.0 on admission. In addition to admission GPA, you must maintain a cumulative GPA of 2.0 or greater while you are enrolled in the nursing curriculum. If for some reason your cumulative GPA falls below a 2.0, you will need to withdraw from the nursing program. You will then have an opportunity to work on bringing your GPA back up to 2.0 or higher. Then you will be able to continue in the nursing program. You will be able to pick up where you left off. We award 2 degrees at Bishop State. One is an LPN certificate for those individuals who complete the first 3 semesters of a 5 semester program. At the end of the 3rd semester, you will become eligible to sit for the license practical examination where you can obtain your license to work as an LPN. Some people like this option because they have a need to work, to take care of their families, to take care of themselves. And it's also possible, based on where you're employed, that sometimes employers will offer to pay your tuition as you continue in school. For those individuals who stay in our program for an additional 2 semesters or a total 5 semesters, they then become eligible to sit for their licensure exam as a registered nurse in the state of Alabama. The national examination of the NCLEX exam is given throughout the United States. So just because you went to school in Alabama does not mean that you have to test in the state of Alabama. You can test anywhere that you like to within the continental United States. It's the same licensure exam. So it does not matter where you opt to take your licensure examination. You can obtain up to 58 total points towards your admission process. All students are ranked according to points. Generally speaking, the highest points, individuals with highest point are admitted to our program. Your points may be obtained in this method. First of all, ACT. We require that you take the ACT. The minimum score that you need to make on the composite area is 18. Whatever your score is, we add that to the rest of the points as you see outlined here. Get additional points through the grades by the grades you made in 4 other education courses, the general education courses. The English 101, your Math 100, your Biology 201, and your Biology 202. It's possible to obtain up to 12 points based on the grades that you make in these courses. For a grade of A, you will obtain 3 points. For a grade of B, you will obtain 2 points. And for a grade of C, you will obtain 1 point. We do not award any points for any grade less than a C. In fact, throughout the nursing curriculum, you must achieve a grade or C or better in order for you to get credit for that course. In addition to those general education courses, there are 4 other general education courses for which you may obtain points. Your microbiology, your human growth and development, your fundamentals of speech, and also a humanities elective, which may include art, music appreciation, ethics, religion, or literature. Here again, any of those courses with a grade of C or higher, you will receive 1 point each for each one of the courses. In addition to that, we award 4 additional points to students who have completed all 8 of the general education courses at Bishop State or wherever you have completed the courses. You will receive 4 points. If you have taken courses at Bishop State for at least 1 semester, you will obtain an additional point. And then for those who have taken courses at Bishop State for 2 or more semesters, you will obtain 2 points for a total, as you can see here, of 58 points. The general education courses that are required include Math 100, which is intermediate algebra, You can also take a higher level math and obtain credit for that as well. Biology 201, which is Anatomy and Physiology 1. English 101, English Composition. Psych 210, Human Growth and Development. Biology 202, Anatomy and Physiology 2. Speech 106, Fundamentals of Oral Communication, or Speech 107, Introduction to Speech. Biology 220, Microbiology, and then the Humanities elective, which could include Art 100, which is Art Appreciation, Music 101, Music Appreciation, Philosophy 206, which is Ethics and Society. This is the one that we suggest. In addition to that, you may also receive credit for a history, also religion, or a literature. Those are other elected. Your literature, your religion courses. I often tell students as they come to be admitted to the program, make sure that you follow our degree plan because we don't want you to take any courses that are not required. All of the required courses are listed on your degree plan, so make sure you follow that. We have what's called a 1+1 curriculum. In other words, we award more than one certification. A total of 5 semesters, generally what it takes to complete our program. You cannot complete the program in less than 5 semesters. That's the generic program that's leading to your ability to sit for the registered nurse exam or the RN. We call it the NCLEX exam, the National Council Licensure exam. That will take you 5 semesters regardless if you have a previous degree, regardless if you have gone to school at other institution, it will still take you 5 semesters. The career mobility path may take 2 to 3 semesters depending on the student. Track 1 will take 3 semesters. Those are for individuals who have previous experience as a licensed practical nurse, a medic, or a paramedic. They will enroll in NUR 209 as the first course. NUR 211 would be their second course, and NUR 221 would be the third course. But literally, that curriculum is set up to be completed in 1 year. For individuals who've completed the concept-based nursing curriculum at Bishop State or at any 2-year institution in the state of Alabama, they may be eligible to be admitted into NUR 211. In order for them to be admitted into NUR 211, they must submit their application and be admitted within 1 year of graduation. So I say to students, watch your timeline very carefully. We have had students who completed a program, an LPN licensure program, for an example, during the summer. Well, in order to meet this 1 year specification, you have to be admitted by the next summer. So my suggestion to anyone who fits into this category would be for you to, if you graduate in the summer, I would suggest that you apply for your LPN licensure as soon as you possibly can and meet that October the 1st deadline to submit your application to be admitted into the spring semester of the following year. If by chance you don't make the October the 1st deadline, then you will be eligible to be admitted into the 3-semester career mobility, which is NUR 209. After the 3rd semester, you will be eligible to sit for the NCLEX practical nursing exam. Some people need to do this so they can get out in the workforce, take care of themselves, their family, and also there are other individuals who may need benefits from working full-time. After the 5th semester, all students become eligible to test for the NCLEX RN exam. Each one of these exams do require that you complete paperwork. You have to go online, you have to sign up for a date and time, as well as a testing center in order to test for the exam. At the current time, the testing fee is $300. You will be given a series of what we consider to be NCLEX style questions that you will have to complete. You will have to do this at a testing center. You will have to submit, like I said, paperwork prior to getting there. Then you set up a testing date and time. When you arrive at the center, you will have to provide the center with identification, verifying that you are the person that are there to take the test. They will also take your picture while you're there, because this is what's sent back to us after you complete your examination. On the test that's given to candidates for RN licensure, you may have as few as 75 questions or as many as 265 questions. If you have a few questions or all of the questions, it does not necessarily mean that you passed or failed. You can usually find that information out the very next day if you go online. They just have, they have your tested results available just that soon. Likewise, with those individuals who are testing for the licensed practical nurse licensure, you may test with as few as 85 questions or as many as 205 questions. You have a maximum time period of 6 hours to complete the examination. We wanted to talk a little to you now about fees, because there are fees that are associated with going to school and also obtaining your degree. This includes tuition. This is the current rate that we have the tuition set at. This is subject to change. Okay, subject to change. Like inflation and everything else, the cost of gasoline, the cost of groceries, periodically the tuition rate increases. At the current time, the tuition rate is $160 per semester hour. This includes technology fee, facility fees as well. You could also expect to purchase textbooks that cost hundreds to thousands of dollars. Textbooks are very expensive. Even if we get the electronic version of the textbook, there's a fee associated with this. Some students have opted to borrow the books, and this option is available. You may rent your books, use them while you're in the school or during the semester, but you have to turn them back in to the bookstore at the end of the semester. You can also shop a lot online for books and may be able to obtain them at a more reasonable price than you will in the college bookstore. Other supplies and nursing kits also have a fee. You have to have a black bag. You have to have a stethoscope. You have to have a pocket saver. So expect other fees to be attached. Testing fees, right now the current rate is about $2,500 or $500 for every semester that you are enrolled. These fees may increase as well as you matriculate through our program, but currently it's $500 per student per semester. Let's say, for instance, that you're not successful in the course and you have to repeat the course. You will have to pay the $500, and also you will have to pay your tuition again as well. The NCLEX licensure exam is $200. To obtain the license in the state of Alabama, this is just a regular license, will be $100. Alabama is now a compact state, which means that you can apply for a license in Alabama that allows you to practice nursing in many different states. I think the last time I count, there were 26 different states that are members of the compact. Now, this number continues to grow because a lot of the states now recognize the importance of having nurses. We call them travel nurses, and that's exactly what they do. They travel, they help the workforce in a particular state. Different states have different crises that have led to a shortage of nurses. They usually also pay more when you travel. So that's something that you may want to consider as you complete your program and decide where you want to work. There's also a $13 liability insurance that you have to pay yearly. The best way I can describe this or help students to remember, if you're admitted in the fall 1 year, then that means your liability insurance is due the following fall. Those for those individuals that's going to continue on past the 3 semester. We require all students to do a drug screen and also criminal background check. The drug screening right now runs about $30. The background check, $32. These prices can be increased if you go for a drug screen and they find something in your urine that's not prescribed by a licensed healthcare practitioner with prescriptive rights, then you may be subjected to another urine drug screen, which costs additional money. Just know also that every program of nursing has the ability to ask you to be tested for cause. If you're acting strangely, if you have a syncope episode, there are any number of factors. If we detect or smell any type of substance on your person, then we may very well ask you to undergo a urine drug screen. The criminal background check is also required. Your background is checked for the past 7 years. So whatever you've done is there on your background. I will say this too, because we often get asked this question, are there some crimes or conviction that I may have been convicted of that will cause me not to be able to sit for my licensure exam? And the answer to that can be found on the Alabama Board of Nursing website, as well as any Board of Nursing website. What they do now, the Board of Nurses will look at you on an individual case-by-case basis. Okay? Now, that's for the misdemeanors. Felony conviction usually will prohibit you from obtaining a license to practice as a licensed practical nurse or a registered nurse. So here again, before you enroll, invest your time, money, and energy. If you've been convicted of anything and you're not sure whether it's a felony, a misdemeanor, whether or not it's going to come back up in your past once you get to take your licensure exam, my suggestion to you is check first with the Alabama Board of Nursing. They have a website. You can type in those words, Alabama Board of Nursing, or you can say abn.gov.state.alabama. They do have people that will, if you send them an email, they will send you a response. So do check into that. You can also obtain a temporary license to practice while you're waiting to take your examination. Right now, that cost is $50. And then the company that you have to report to take your licensure exam, that's Pearson View, they have a fee that they charge of $200. The tuitions that we quoted is for residents of Alabama. For non-residents and also non-citizens, you may end up paying twice as much, twice more than what you see listed here. You will be asked to declare a state of residence and also a country of residence. We know that we welcome students from out of state as well as exchange students and our foreign students as well. Miss Diana McNeil is coordinator, Miss Yolanda McNeil is coordinator for our international students. If you have not gotten with her, we will make sure that you get her email address. Here's another listing of our cost estimate for each course. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 courses in the nursing curriculum. However, I will explain these to you. 112 is our fundamentals. So anyone with no nursing background is required to take that course. 113 is second semester for any non-nursing person, or I should say non-nursing, non-paramedic, no history of any medical background. 114 and 115 are usually taken together in the third block of the semester. However, you may opt to take one of these courses and not take them both at the same time. Our recommendation is that you take NUR 114 prior to taking NUR 115. NUR 209 is a course made exclusively for those individuals who are returning to school who have either licensure as a registered nurse, as a licensed practical nurse, a medic, or a paramedic. Those individuals who have no prior nursing experience or medic experience, you do not have to take NUR 209. The next course for everybody in our curriculum is NUR 211, and then the last course is NUR 221. Most of these courses have labs. All of the courses have clinical and a practicum. So this is why we suggest to students that you not work while you're going to school. We don't force you not to work, but we do remind you that nursing school requires a lot of time in class, a lot of time in clinical, a lot of times in labs. You also have to prepare for each one of these areas. And then there's just a lot of material that you have to study. So here again, if you don't have to work, we recommend that you not work. And we suggest that you not work. For some students, they can handle their families in a job, full-time job, and also nursing school, but most students cannot. The work just becomes almost unbearable. We do require uniforms. Currently, this is what our uniforms look like. You see the green scrub top and the green scrub bottom for male and female. You also need a lab coat. These are two different styles, one for female, one for male. You need a white uniform top, and also this is another sample of the uniform pants. And also you need a good quality leather shoe. We will accept a tennis shoe, but they cannot have any emblems on there, such as Nike, such as Jordan, etc. It needs to be all white. If you're going to have the leather shoe with the shoe screens, we will check to make sure that your strings are white. In addition to the uniform you see here, we require a patch to be sewn on your left shoulder here, on the uniform top, whether it's white or green, and also on the left shoulder of your jacket. If you purchase your uniform in the Bishop State bookstore, the uniform tops and the jacket may already come with the patch, which is included in the price. Now, there have been some semesters where we were told that the students could not purchase the patches separately. Sometimes you're able to do that, sometimes you're not. You may also purchase your uniforms if you can find, this is a hunter green. It must be hunter green color, no variation from it, but if you find them cheaper at Amazon or Uniform Place locally, then that's okay if you purchase them elsewhere. We've also found, and I've had asked the bookstore to make sure that they keep larger sizes in. Everybody's not a size 4. So we have asked them to get the extra large, the extra large, and the extra large. If by chance you go to the bookstore to purchase any items and they're not in stock, I simply ask that you send me an email. A lot of times I can work with the bookstore manager and they can expedite the orders. We have books available also in the bookstore. We have a listing of the required textbook in the nursing office. Here again, if you need that list, simply email us nursing@bishop.edu. The price of the books will vary. You can shop around for books just like you can for other supplies that you may need. Make sure that you're getting the right edition of the book. Sometimes students have gotten the wrong edition, and once you write in it, most of the time the book is non-refundable and non-returnable. We have a nursing student handbook. I can't stress this enough. The nursing student handbook is available online, and I encourage all students in our program to visit to obtain your copy. You can download the copy of the Nursing Student Handbook. It has valuable information. Most of the information that I'm going over here is in that Nursing Student Handbook. Oftentimes, students ask about what happens if I fail a course. That's in your Nursing Student Handbook. What happens if I don't pass my dosage calculation exam? That's in your Nursing Student Handbook. How much does it cost for me to participate in graduation? That's in your Nursing Student Handbook. Uh, what did you say again about the uniforms that we need? What about me wearing earrings and eyelashes and nail polish on my finger? All of this is covered in your Nursing Student Handbook. So my advice to you is before you come and ask any questions, you probably will find the answer in the Nursing Students Handbook. My suggestion is to you is to go online and download your copy because you're going to need the information that's in that Nursing Student Handbook. It's like the Bible of nursing school while you're at Bishop State. These are other required tests and forms. We need a copy of your student ID or your ID. You probably sent in your driver's license when you submitted your application, and that's okay too. We will continue to ask you to update your files. We prefer everything in a PDF format, but however, we will allow you to take a picture. Just make sure when you take a picture in an item that is clear, is not fuzzy, and is not darkened in the background. So look at your pictures that you take before you submit those. Here again, we need a copy of your ID on file. All students undergo a urine drug screen and a criminal background check. Also, if for any reason you have to sit out of our program for a semester or longer, you will have to undergo your urine drug screen and also your criminal background check. Your liability insurance is due annually. I've talked about that a little bit. We also require you to have health insurance. We don't care what brand of health insurance, but it needs to be health insurance. And for you females that maybe have coverage for family planning, that's not enough. You need health insurance, insurance that would cover you in case you become ill, and illness can occur through different manners, but you want to make sure that you have insurance. We now require that every semester you provide us with proof that you have your health insurance. We have a policy at Bishop State or information about a policy. If you need that information sent to you, here again, email us at nursing@bishop.edu. You're required to undergo a TB skin test. It's done annually. So here again, if you get a TB skin test performed in July, it's due the next year in July. You need to send us the results. For those individuals who are sensitive to the tuberculin vaccine, we will accept the chest x-ray. The chest x-ray does not matter how old it is because the chest x-ray is good unless you become symptomatic, at which time your healthcare practitioner is probably going to want you to undergo another chest x-ray screening. We require the flu vaccine to be done annually. You must take the flu vaccine. This is usually given from September through March of every year. We do require a copy of your proof that you had the flu vaccine. This is also required, all of these things that we're going over, by all of our healthcare facilities. So without all of this being done, you won't be able to do your clinicals at the healthcare facility. Your CPR card is required every other year to be renewed. I'm going to ask that you not just go anywhere to obtain a CPR card. We do not allow the course that's online to substitute for the face-to-face course. They are doing face-to-face courses with social distancing, so I know that for a fact because I've been in one recently. You will have to undergo a complete physical exam, and your doctor will need to sign off, or I say doctor, it could be any healthcare practitioner, that you're able to meet the essential function of our program, such as standing, lifting, moving. We have all of those listed, and you should, if you did not receive those along, you have not received those yet. But what we generally do is when we send out notification, and we do. Everybody that's sending an application to our program, we notify you if you're admitted to the program or if you were not admitted to the program. Everybody receives a notification. If you were admitted to the program, along with your letter saying, congratulations, you've been admitted to our program, if you want to accept the slide, accept the position, we also send you out a packet of information containing these requirements that I have listed here. We will need proof that you've had your childhood immunization, the MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, your tetanus, hepatitis B, and varicella, and like I said, also the essential function. Now, what we're currently doing also, every student in our program has to undergo screening for COVID-19, and that's with the nasal swab. This information regarding COVID-19 continues to change, so we will provide updated information as we receive it. But for right now, COVID-19 testing is required by every student that we admit into our program. This is a website that you may find additional information: www.bishop.edu, www.bishop.edu/academic/health-related profession, www.bishop.edu/academic/health-related profession/nursing. We hope that if you have any additional question, feel free to send an email to our Bishop State Nursing email page at nursing.bishop.edu. Here again, in additional question, send them as an email to nursing@bishop.edu. We hope that this video has provided you with valuable information that you will need to not only be successful in our program, but in addition to that, even before you're admitted to our program, we hope that you have enough information to help you to make a wise, informed decision. And we wish you well on your endeavor. And here again, we would love to have you as a member of our Bishop State family. Thank you so much for your time and for your attention.